All right, Shalom. Let me get straight into this lesson. Salakia, kind of bear with me. Brothers and sisters been kind of dealing with some medical stuff, but everything's all good, It's, how it go. But the work must continue. So let me get into this lesson. So what you saw was Pope Francis, and these people worship him like he's a god. That's their idol. And this is, I'm going to give you some information on this. And the Roman Catholic Church is the mother of all organized Christianity today. All of these different denominations: Methodist, Presbyterian, Baptist, Lutheran, Seventh-day Adventist, Calvinism, Mormonism. Pick your poison. So what's the origin of this? So they kind of give you a little history. It's a lot of vast history to go into. It says right here at the top, it says the Pope, which means father. That word Pope means father. So that's already bugged out. It says the Pope authority in the Catholic Church is based on papal primacy, a doctrine affirming that the Pope, as the successor of Peter, holds supreme and universal power over the entire church. Check this out. This authority is derived from Yahweh Shah's words to Peter, making him the rock upon which the church will be built and granting him the keys of the kingdom. So you just hear these lies. They lie with so much ease. They lie so boldly. That's why people don't question it, because they lie with such boldness. So this Pope, quote unquote, is that's that false prophet, the false prophet in the book of Revelation, right? Because you got the three unclean spirits will be the Roman Catholic Church, will be the spiritual or the religious. You will have London, England, Slovakia, London, which would be the financial, and you have Washington, D.C., which would be the military arm of these Edomites' power structure. Right? So let's go here. And I heard this before, that they say these Catholics, and the word Catholic means universal. Bet you didn't know that. So that's why they come with this universal doctrine. But I lost my train of thought. But yeah, Catholic means universalism. When you go into the word, matter of fact, let me prove that. All right, you go to the word Catholic. Catholic, the word comes from Greek, meaning through the whole, that is universal, worldwide, all inclusive. And that's why that's the message in the Christian church: come one, come all. This new world order. So let's go here. So this devil is, in the spirit world right now, and these people worship him as a so-called God on the earth. You saw how them people was going crazy, and this all the Catholics, so-called, around the world. But Catholics, they don't even know what the word means. Priesthood. So this is Esau Edom, the so-called white man religious priesthood. Starting at the Roman Catholic Church. It says priesthood. It says the office or position of a priest. That ain't really giving us too much. Salakia. Give me 1 second. All right, so this one at the top. It says priesthood is the position of a religious leader. Especially one in the Roman Catholic, so on and so forth. So a priesthood is how they able to facilitate and spread this Christianity and keep it in power, to keep the people under deception. And these people don't know nothing. The people of the world are dumb. They don't know the Bible. They don't know the Most High. They don't know the Messiah. They just know what they've been taught in modern day Christianity. And they don't understand nothing, not consider what the spiritual matters of the Bible. It says the Christianity that you know of today, especially when it goes back, I'm just saying the Roman Catholic version of Christianity is based on idolatry. It's based on traditions, and it's based on just you following you know, your so-called church leader. The saying, broad is the path that leads at the very top, that leads to destruction, is a metaphor from Matthew 7:13 through 14 in the Bible, where Yahweh describes a contrasting path. It says a broad, wide path. They go your mega churches, your Catholic mass, which mass means death. You know, whatever you go to and do your idolatry, your worship. It says wide path with many entering in. So you go to the Catholic Church, I think they got 1.9 billion Catholics around the world. That's a broad path leading to destruction. All these people has been misled. They don't know what's going on, and they're worshiping the brand of Christianity that they know today. It says a narrow. It says a narrow, difficult path with few finding it. So it ain't gonna be a multitude of people that's finding the truth on this side. It says leading to life. It says it's a warning about the dangers of following a popular, easy path. The Christian church is popular. It's easy, right? It's the fake love concept. It said that ultimately leads to a negative consequences and the importance of choosing a more challenging path that requires effort and discipline. So you Christians want everything easy. You want the truth to be a microwave thing. You know, it don't work that way. Well, so what's a false prophet? So that's what he was. He did his job, you know, to deceive the people, keep them in confusion, and keep them in idolatry. Because you destroy for lack of knowledge, you know, the same old stuff. It says in the King James Version of the Bible, false prophet refers to individuals who claim to speak for God. And this devil, you know, and all the devils that came before him, they say they the intercessor to God on this earth. And they don't even get to say his name right, his name Yahweh. But when they say God, they talking about an idol. When they say Jesus, they talking about an idol that you see in your mind. It says individuals who claim to speak for God but are actually deceiving people. These individuals may present themselves as genuine prophets. So he come in a humble and meek character. That's the perception that this Pope Francis gave off to deceive you people. But their messages and actions are contrary to God's Yahweh true word and will. So let's go to one of these things what the Lord told us not to do, which the Catholic Church, that's all they do is idolatry. Right? Tell me I'm lying. Exodus chapter 20 and 1, and this was only given to the Israelites. It says, and Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord Yahweh, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So this is addressed to the Israelites, not everybody, not the Christian church. 3, and the real Israelites going to be following this to this very day, once they wake up. 3, thou shalt have no other gods before me. All right. 4, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. So this is explicit instructions Yahweh gave unto the children of Israel, the Israelites. Right? So don't make any idols. But let's go look at some pictures of matter of fact, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's keep it simple. Go back here. Let's go to a different read on that Exodus chapter 24. Give me 1 second. All right, so this clears up. This makes it more clear. Exodus 24, New Living Translation at the very top. You must not make for yourself an idol of any kind or an image of anything that is in the heavens or the earth or in the sea. So let's go here. Let's get on into this. What is an idol? Go look this word up, idol. Check it out. It says an image or representation of God used as an object of worship. Check this out. You can't make this kind of stuff up. Go to similar words. It says image. That's why you got the image of Cesare Borgia. But look at this. It says statue. It says statue. That goes back into idol. A carved or cast figure of a person or animal. So a figure of a person or a animal, especially one that is life size or larger. So let me show you something. This is how you know he's a false prophet. Go to these images. 1 second. Right here. What is all these things right here? This is, it says not to make any idols. So he can't be a representative of Yahweh. He a representative of Satan. It's clear. You know what I'm saying? Look at all these. That's all that's in the Roman Catholic Church is idols, objects, statues, um, images. Look at this. But this who you think is a man of so-called God. And this had all these people deceived. You Christians ain't too bright. And this is the first one of the first commandments the Lord gave unto us. But again, this is for the you heathens. You heathens worship this Roman Catholic nonsense. This ain't got nothing to do with the Bible. Just because somebody get the Bible and use it don't mean they the true ambassador of the Lord. Like anybody can pick up a gun and use it. Look at this. None but idols. And how you people overlook this. And this is the backbone of the modern day Christian church. That's why all of them have that image of so-called white Jesus looking effeminate like a woman with long hair as a woman. That's not our Messiah. Our Messiah was a so-called black man, right? You know what I'm saying? Look at it. This is madness. But you people don't know better. You people that's in the world that don't know, you know, you got a folly demon on you, folly demons. And you go to the, what's that, Vatican City. Vatican City is not even, they got their own sovereignty. Bet you didn't know that. But look, they worship the Queen of Heaven. They worship, you know, going back into Babylon, ancient Babylon. That's why this place is called Babylon the Great, because it has incorporated a lot of idols from ancient Babylon into America, along with the Egyptian idols, Greek idols, and so on and so forth. This place is nothing but confusion. But you see this. You got these so-called nuns, right? A lot of them, they witches. You know what I'm saying? They are witches. That's because they got a smile on their face and they polite don't mean they not a witch. Look at this. Nothing but idolatry goes on in the Roman Catholic Church. Look at this. And that's how you know this dude, you know, in the Roman Catholic Church institution represents Satan. And it has billions of people following this. And you people get all into your Easter idolatry. Let's go to the Islam thing. Let's go here. Because you people, I'm going to do a lesson going into this. They pray before this, what is that? The cobblestone. Uh, look, bow down before an object. What's an idol? And I got a lesson I'm doing about the so-called Islam. It says idol, an image or representation of God used as an object of worship. An object, right? An object. So you get it, man. You should get it. It's for the people that got sense. If you can't get it, it ain't meant for you to get. But you get the point. The Most High put him in the spirit world. He actually deceived, still deceiving, you know, deceived a multitude of people. But it was set up this way. Look at this. Hopefully this lesson has been edifying. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakat Kodash. Shalom.